Okay, as you can see, it's a beautiful evening out here on the beach, and I thought that would be a good change of scenery and a nice way to finish off chapter 20 and start chapter 21. It was Rita Skeeter. She was wearing acid green robes today. The quick quotes quill in her hand blended perfectly against them. Ah, you smell that salty air? Feels so good to be out here on the beach. Congratulations, Harry, she said, beaming at him. I wonder if you could give me a quick word. How you felt facing the dragon? How you feel now about the fairness of the scoring? Yeah, you can have a word, said Harry savagely. Goodbye. And he set off back to the castle with Ron. That is the end of chapter 20. Okay. Oh. That's right. I said we were going to read some of chapter 21. It's just so beautiful out here on the beach. I forgot. I wanted to go for a swim, but I'll keep reading. Chapter 21. The House Elf Liberation Front. Harry, Ron, and Hermione went up to the Owlery that evening to find Pigwidgeon, so that Harry could send Sirius a letter telling him that he had managed to get past his dragon unscathed. On the way, Harry filled Ron in on everything Sirius had told him about Karkaroff. Though shocked at first to hear that Karkaroff had been a Death Eater, by the time they entered the Owlery, Ron was saying that they ought to have suspected it all along. Fits, doesn't it? He said. Remember what Malfoy said on the train about his dad being friends with Karkaroff? Now we know where they knew each other. They were probably running around in masks together at the World Cup. I'll tell you one thing, though, Harry. If it was Karkaroff who put your name in the goblet, he's going to be feeling really stupid now, isn't he? Didn't work, did it? You only got a scratch. Come here, I'll do it. Pigwidgeon was so overexcited at the idea of a delivery, he was flying around and around Harry's head, hooting incessantly. Ron snatched Pigwidgeon out of the air and held him still, while Harry attached the letter to his leg. Ooh, I think I just heard some dolphins. Yeah, I think I see some dolphins over there jumping around. I think they're listening to the story too. Hey, dolphins! It's so fun being on the beach. Okay, where were we? Harry attached the letter to his leg. There's no way any of the other tasks are going to be that dangerous. How could they be? Ron went on as he carried Pigwidgeon to the window. You know what? I reckon you could win this tournament, Harry. I'm serious. Harry knew that Ron was only saying this to make up for his behavior over the last few weeks, but he appreciated it all the same. Hermione, however, leaned against the Owlery wall, folded her arms, and frowned at Ron. Harry's got a long way to go before he finishes this tournament, she said seriously. If that was the first task, I hate to think what's coming next. Right, little ray of sunshine, aren't you? Said Ron. You and Professor Trelawney should get together sometime. He threw Pigwidgeon out of the window. Pigwidgeon plummeted 12 feet before he managed to pull himself back up again. The letter attached to his leg was much longer and heavier than usual. Oh boy, what just happened? Harry hadn't been able to resist giving Sirius a blow-by-blow account of exactly what he had swerved, circled, and dodged with the Horntail. They watched Pigwidgeon disappear into the darkness, and then Ron said, "Well, we better get downstairs for your surprise, Harry. Fred and George should have nicked enough food from the kitchens by now." Sure enough, when they entered the Gryffindor common room, it exploded with cheers and yells again. There were mountains of cakes and flagons of pumpkin juice and butterbeer on every surface. Lee Jordan had let off some filibusters fireworks so that the air was thick with stars and sparks. And Dean Thomas, who was very good at drawing, had put up some impressive new banners, most of which depicted Harry zooming around the Horntail's head on his firebolt, though a couple showed Cedric with his head on fire. Harry helped himself to food. He had almost forgotten what it was like to feel properly hungry, and he sat down with Ron and Hermione. He couldn't believe how happy he felt. He had Ron back on his side. He'd gotten through the first task, and he wouldn't have to face the second one for 3 months. "Blimey, this is heavy," said Lee Jordan, picking up the golden egg, which Harry had left on a table, and weighing it in his hands. Lee Jordan was weighing the egg in his hands. Oh, now I've gone and lost my place. "Open it, Harry. Come on, let's just see what's inside." "He's supposed to work out the clue on his own," Hermione said swiftly. "It's in the tournament rules." I was supposed to work out how to get past the dragon on my own, too," Harry muttered. So only Hermione could hear him. He grinned rather guiltily. "Oh, geez. A phone ringing."